What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming to the channel. Today we're going to be talking with Curtis King and Steve Vai on how just being creative and not worrying about a certain platform or a certain genre that may not even come out. Let's listen.
Creative freedom.
Made a piece of music that no one is going to hear, as if it's not going to mean anything to the world. No one's going to hear it, but it's meaningful to you. So it creates an opening to just say, well, if nobody's going to hear this, then I could do whatever I want, right?
Yeah.
So there's no mistakes.
Yeah. And also, who else is going to do it?
Who else is going to do it? Nobody else can.
Only, because this is my authentic experience, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, you can say anything you want about how my music sucks or this, that, and the other, but nobody else has done it.
That means you're not going with the norm. We all know getting at the top of the charts, you must follow a certain structure, or it is non-void. You're not getting past that next door. Being creative in the studio is well worth taking a chance. Don't just create one genre. Spread it out. Open it up, because you never know. One of them might hit. It might spark you a quick sync license.
I feel like if a lot of us had this approach to making music, we would feel less pressure about putting music out. If you created as if nobody was going to ever listen to it, just imagine the freedom in your decision making. Just imagine the amount of risk that you would take, because they don't quite feel like risk anymore. I think that we typically measure risk in music and in creativity by what are people going to say about this risky move? Because if not for that, how else would we measure how risky of a move it is? Who is it risky to? If this is just an extension of our creativity in the moment, who is it risky to? So I love what Stephen Vai is saying here, because I think that it relieves us of creative pressure, unnecessary pressure from outside factors that really shouldn't even have a voice in the experience of working on music in that moment.
Working with music in that moment, you might feel pressured to go beyond and have the same type of results that you're hearing. And you know, you're really not getting any exposure and experience in doing different creative flows. Everybody has that sound. Everybody wants that same trap beat. The freedom of just creating your own individual style and maybe bringing that new style up to the table. It might open up doors for other artists or other producers.
It's meaningful to you.
Nobody's going to hear it, but it's meaningful to you. There's been many times where I have found roadblocks as a producer and as an artist trying to engineer my own vocals, and I was very insecure about not being a traditional music engineer. I found that in those moments of frustration and sometimes those moments of overwhelm, because I'm like, it's a lot of terminology to try to understand. It's a lot of moving pieces to try to make sense. The moments that I found just a second of peace was when I was like, well, if I don't save this, I can literally move every single knob and just listen to it and see if something cool happens. I can leave the room for experimentation because nobody's gonna ever hear this.
I just want to touch on what he's saying. As far as me, whatever I do, I create, I mix it myself. So that's just something that I always had a passion for. I want to give a shout out to Dave Pensado. So this is why I started this channel, looking at his in the layer segments on how he did certain tasks, how he mixed certain vocals, how he put together parallel tracks. That inspired me to start my channel. Always challenge yourself. If you're worrying about how it sounds, you're never gonna put it out. This is one of the albums I put out. This was the latest album. It's called Chemistry Turnt Up. 8 house tracks that I did. I put it out knowing that I can do it. Leave a comment below. You know, I'll leave the link in the description where you can go check it out. You can create any type of track and don't have to be pressured on having someone saying it's not good enough for the major streams.
Through this experimentation, something special that's meaningful to me. And if it makes me feel something in the moment, who cares who likes it or not? I'm not going to share this with anybody. When we're overthinking the process of creating a beat, overthinking the process of creating a song, I think there's value to saving what you're working on currently as version 2, hiding it within a folder that is not accessible in the main folder, and letting that secondary saved file be your experimentation file.
There is no second folder. As soon as the creation comes and the flow is gathered, I'm trying to make sure that I can capture every moment. I'm not going to the next song until the first one is finished, until deemed fit. And then you can put that into a master folder. Don't worry about it if the song is not finished. Put it out anyway. Make sure you click the like and subscribe, and we're going to see you in the next video. Peace.